Hi YouTube, it's Megan here. I just wanted to make a video about my journey through the delayed entry program in the Air Force so that people can watch it and kind of gain some knowledge of what they need to know before they go to MEPS or before they go to a recruiter. I can answer questions for you. I've been in DEP for about 9 months now and loved every minute of it. Right here I have some of my papers and all the information up until this point that I've received from my recruiter. So I'm just going to kind of go through everything and lay it all out for you. So the first step into joining, you'll have to pass an ASVAB test. It's going to be a practice test that you're going to take at the recruiter's office, and it's going to be on the computer. Seems really easy, but there's a lot of mechanical questions, and unless you've done mechanical things in your life, or that's something that you majored in school, then you're kind of probably not going to have a lot of knowledge on that, as I didn't. But the math was pretty easy for me. I'm 19, so I just graduated a year ago, so I'm still kind of fresh in the math area. But everything else, I mean, writing, reading was fine for me. It was basically just passing, like I said, the mechanical part or the electrical part. So you will need to study if you can't get a certain score, and if you don't score high enough on it, you're going to keep on taking it. So I suggest ASVAB for Dummies. You can get it at any local bookstore. I think it was about $15, and it was well worth it. I spent 3-4 days just studying it hardcore, and ended up passing the ASVAB. So my recruiter sent me off to MEPS. I live in Arizona, so MEPS station is in Phoenix, and I'm located in Queen Creek, so it's about an hour drive. I drove up there, and I took the real one, and I scored, I think, a 60, which isn't great, I'm not going to lie. But it was good enough to get me the job that I wanted in the medical field, which was public health, so pretty excited about that. And after I passed the test, I had to call my recruiter, and he was like, alright, great, so you passed the test, now we go to the next step. And the next step is going to MEPS and swearing into the delayed entry program. And what that is that it's just saying that up until the point where they find you a job in the Air Force, you're going to be basically confined to this group, that you will be asked to report to your recruiter once a week every Monday. And you also have monthly meetings with all the other local delayed entry program people that are joining the Air Force and also waiting their jobs. So I actually have probably like 30 to 40 other kids that go to the meetings with me, but I think other towns, are smaller and they might have less than that, 5, 10, 15. So right now I'm still in the delayed entry program, but I recently got the call from my recruiter that I for sure had a job, which, like I said, is public health, and that was about 2 months ago. So altogether, I will be waiting exactly a year. I leave November 5th, and I swore in last November. So yeah, so I had to wait a year. Which was a long wait. If you are as excited to join the Air Force as I am, then it feels like forever. But to be honest, I'm leaving in 2 months, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's finally here. And I feel like I have so much to do, and I have a lot of studying to do, and I have a lot of working out to do. So kind of now that it's only 2 months, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, so that's okay. So right here I have a checklist that my recruiter gave me for things that we need to bring to boot camp, which is awesome because it's just laid out online for you, so there's no questions of what I should or should not bring. So you're going to have to bring your current eyeglass contact prescription. You will be given a pair of glasses when you get there. I didn't know that. I thought that you could just wear the glasses that you already had. But no, you will be issued the old school, ugly, not so fancy glasses. Which I'm okay with that. Boot camp. Who are you trying to impress? No one. So, your driver's license, your ID and social security card, your marriage license, birth certificate, and unless you're an illegal immigrant, you will not need those papers, but I don't have that problem. So anyways, high school diploma, college transcripts, and direct deposit form. That's so that you can start receiving a paycheck the first week that you get to boot camp and it'll actually be direct deposited into your bank account. So it's pretty awesome. Your ATM debit card, and you'll have a Lackland Air Force Base visitor pass. So those are just some of the paperwork that you need to bring with you to boot camp. I also wanted to make this video about my MEPS experience when you go in and swear in. That day is a very exciting day, but it's also a very nerve-wracking day. You will be doing hundreds of tests. I'm telling you, they test you on everything: physical strength, your mental capacity. I'm not even kidding. Your eyesight, your hearing, the way you walk, the way you move your arms a certain way. They'll be checking every inch of you to make sure that you can qualify for the Air Force. And I mean, it's one of the branches that are just kind of, you know, they're picky of who they accept. And personally, I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I'm one of those people. I think it's like 1 in 4 people qualify for the Air Force. So if you make it to that step and you get to swear in, then you should be very proud of yourself, because not a lot of people qualify. So you do have to be a certain weight. I think I'm right in the middle. So if I gain like 20 pounds, I think that I'll be over. But if I lose 20 pounds, I'll be under. So right in the middle. So that went great. Everyone says that they're really mean to you when you go, but they weren't mean to me. And I mean, other than the doctor, he was kind of scary looking, so I was very intimidated. But they are not rude at all. Everyone is like, oh, it's going to be so scary, and it's going to be just like boot camp, and they yell at you, and no, they're stern, yes, and you have to be serious, yes, and because it's like applying for a job. You want to make a good impression on yourself, and you don't want to go there screwing around and acting like you're hanging out with your friends. Like, that's not what it's about. But you're going to be there from like 5 o'clock in the morning until probably like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. At least I was. You can stay the night in a hotel the night before if you don't want to drive, but I just chose to drive. And then you get there and you'll eat breakfast, and then you'll do all of your tests. You'll get shots, you'll get a urine sample. Like I said, you'll do all your hearing and your vision, and they'll test you on all those things. And then girls, you have to do the infamous walk of shame is what I call it. It's very embarrassing. You have to be in your underwear and bra, and you have to walk like literally like from your toe to your knees. You have to go back and forth, toe to heel to your knees, and it's like really embarrassing. But it lasts like 30 seconds and then you're done, so it's not that big of a deal. And then so at the end of doing all those tests, you will swear in, which is an awesome experience. It's seriously one of the coolest things I ever did, and it's very, very empowering, and you feel like you accomplished something, and you know in your head that you're one step closer to reaching that goal of being an airman. And so that was very exciting for me. So I loved that day. Alright, so I'm trying to think. You also, that day, you will sit in a room with one of your counselors, and they will go through your contract for the Delayed Entry program, which is about 3 pages long, and you will sign everything, and you will have to do a thumbprint, and so everything will be official. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think of anything else that's really important. Other than that, it's just a lot of paperwork. And so after that day that you swear in, you start going to your meetings. I think I've gone to about 7 now. And every time you go, it's kind of cool because those are people that are going through the exact same thing as you, and you get to relate to them, and you get to ask them questions, and you get all excited when one of them, they receive their job, and you're happy for them, and you know, it's like a big thing. And so when I got my job, everyone was happy for me. And so you're kind of like a family, and it kind of shows you like what the brotherhood and sisterhood of the military is like, and you already feel like you are a part of something great, which, you know, that's a good feeling. So I want everyone to comment if they have any questions, if they have any concerns. I also want you to comment if you have any advice for me. I leave November 5th, so I am very, very open to any advice you want to give me for boot camp. I am very nervous, as you can imagine, but I'm excited too. So, yeah, if you have any comments, please leave them. Please subscribe, and I'll be making another video soon. Thank you.